So it's through to the next round of the FA Cup. Just how pleased are you with that performance today?
Yeah, it's really comprehensive, no doubt in the result, and particularly pleased with the way that the players literally, when they turned up pre-match messages, I could tell that they're really serious about it, and the importance of us getting through today was no complacency at all from anybody, I don't think. And I think that showed in just like how much of the ball that we had.
3-goal scored today, all by Annie Carlton. Just how impressive was she today?
Yeah, she's doing her job. That's what she's there to do. But I think the thing that's so impressive is the numbers and the consistency. And then if you look at the 3 types of finishes, you've got a penalty, you've got poachers finish, and then you've got some absolute quality from her. Her movement to kind of receive the high ball and then a touch to get it under, and then a quality finish is outstanding goal from an outstanding player.
And still scored 3 goals today, but were you perhaps a bit unlucky to not get more on the score sheet today?
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Speaking to the players, is that we just want to win the game. There's no need for them to get frustrated about the fact that we've hit crossbars, the keeper's made some great saves, and there's been some great last-minute blocks, etc. Yeah, definitely we could have scored more goals today, but the object of this competition is not to get a goal tally, it's to win the game and get through to the next round, and that's what they've done.
And a great forward showing today, but also a great showing from the defence. Just how pleased were you with that organised performance today?
Yeah, I think what the defence had to do really well today is obviously they're dictating what we're doing, because they were so deep that a lot of Sahara's setting up a lot of what we're doing from the back line, but then obviously we're getting quite progressive, and so it just takes a second ball and then a ball over the top. They've had to deal with some direct play on the counter, and that requires concentration and focus to make sure. And you'll also have seen from the players that when there's been that transition, the desire and work rate and effort from the players to get behind the ball and do the honest dirty side of it. Even though most of the work today was with the ball, they're prepared to do that, and that just shows their togetherness and their desire to keep getting more wins.
You mentioned the work rate there, the desire. You're on a massive run of form currently. What do you say to the girls midweek to keep them going on this run of form?
Well, I think it's easy peasy this week because we've got a massive game against Moneyfields. I'd expect them to be flying this week because we're through to the next round, so we'll have an exciting draw on Monday, and then they're not going to need any motivating for their training this week because the game against Moneyfields it doesn't decide the season, but it's a really big game, it's an important game, and we'll want to put our best foot forward, like everybody would say at this stage. But I know with this group, they're fixed and on their goals, and they know what they want to achieve, and they want to achieve it together and do it in the right way. So it should be a good week. Not really any need for me to say much at all. And
looking at today, a couple of familiar faces back in the squad. So with Billy Haynes, how nice was it to see her back in the squad?
Yes, obviously depth of our squad is excellent. Having Billy miss out for 3 games is not ideal, but players have come in. Libby Whalen's come in and played at left back and done a great job. So we've worked as a squad, but getting Billy some minutes again is really positive for us. It just makes us stronger.
And Tori Sinclair coming back into the squad as well. Been out since the back end of pre-season. How nice was that for her?
Tori's worked really hard. She's actually getting quite buff in her uppers because she's not been able to do work, on her lowers, and she's actually found a bit of slowly over time found a little bit of love for the gym work. So she's worked really hard, and so for her to be able to just get a run out today is just a little bit of reward. She's got a lot of work to do still because she's just now fit. She's got to get herself football sharp again because she's not played much football for the whole season at all, having had her injury early. So exciting because she's an exciting player, and it seems to me that the depth of the squad with it coming back makes us an exciting outfit.
And just looking at today as a whole, 2 games played here today, a bit of a spectacle for women's football in the FA Cup. Just how great was today as a whole? Yeah, great atmosphere. I think the FA did well promoting it as a double header that it just turned out to be, and you could see plenty of fans turned out, and there was a great atmosphere. There was a good buzz about the place, and
to be fair to Oxford City fans, they cheered every block, every save and every tackle that they made, which creates a completely different atmosphere, and one that I think is it's a great experience for us and great experience for the girls, and anybody coming along to to watch the game would have enjoyed it. So really positive. Positive, and I think the Women's FA Cup is really growing in stature as a competition, and everybody loves it.
And a fair few Sunderland fans in amongst the crowd today. How nice was it to progress through to the next round of Run at Bev?
Yeah, it's perfect. We just, obviously the fans are massively important. I know how much the girls appreciate their support and the difference that it makes for them. So they really appreciate that support, so do I, and long may it continue, and hopefully we can repay them with some more wins and potentially some really exciting ties for them.